that's a war among the stars. Hello, Huge Movie Fanatic Nate coming at you with another bitch rant. I just did two reviews back to back where I just complained about the movies, and now I'm going to complain about a movie that hasn't even been released yet. I guess I'm in a complaining mood today, but whatever. I'm coming here to, I guess, just do a little short video about my thoughts on, I didn't say anything, I didn't review a trailer or say any of my thoughts about the upcoming Rogue One Star Wars story film that's, gonna hit movie theaters in about a month from now. So I thought I'd just do, I know I'm not gonna do any trailer reviews or anything like that. Long story short, if you've seen my review that I did, I think early this year, probably January or something like that, of Star Wars, Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I mean, that, and having rewatched it since, I wasn't just in a bad mood when I saw it. That, even compared to Phantom Menace, I still stand by my claim that that's the worst Star Wars movie of the seven. And that's my personal opinion. I just think it was, for so many reasons, just to, the whole rehashing of Episode 4 didn't help, but it, in my opinion, just offered nothing, basically nothing new. And it was just oh man, the first 6 movies are basically about one person and the Anakin and his rise and fall and rise again and redemption or whatever at the end, and it's just, I don't need to get into that, but I didn't like that movie. So basically that experience of the first, I guess, kind of Disney Star Wars movie, if you will, made me not too keen on, or not, I guess, made me be a lot more cautious about any Star Wars movie moving forward. Obviously, I'm not going to be so excited about Episode 8, which is next year, if I'm not mistaken. And this spin-off movie, the very first spin-off movie by the name of, Rogue One, I'll just share my thoughts about it, not having seen it yet. Obviously the cool things and what they're really banking on for the, Star Wars nerds and stuff, people like me and older who have grown up with the original trilogy, is, obviously some of the cool things about this movie will be the familiar sights and sounds of, this movie takes place obviously before Episode 4. It's unclear exactly, how far before it, but whatever, between Episode 3 and 4. So it's going to be cool to see that era kind of vehicles again, and that, era stormtroopers and stuff. And in addition to, of course, they have to, invent new looks of new stormtroopers, like you see with these all black, suit and whatever the hell they are, and a different kind of new droid or whatever, and different, obviously there's new different shit too, but whatever. So, basically, long story short, I don't know how many trailers there's been at this time, including international trailers and whatever, but, will I see it? Probably. I'm not going to rush to see it. Probably don't expect to see a review from me until January, I would imagine, much like with, Episode 7. I'm going to wait until, the craze dies off before I try to go see it or whatever. Really have, and I think, Episode 7 obviously really crushed this, my excitement level for this movie is very low, and I really feel like, Disney just milking this, and there's going to be a Star Wars movie every year for this foreseeable future, I don't know if they gave us how many spin-offs they're going to do. I mean, I think the next one is the Han Solo spin-off or whatever. So probably after, maybe after Episode 8 next year, maybe the next year, 2019, assuming the world makes it there, or 2018 might be the Han Solo, spin-off movie or whatever. But and then potentially, don't quote me, but then potentially 2019 Episode 9 or whatever. And then 2020, I don't know what, Jabba the Hutt spinoff. So, yeah. And, and then today I saw a bit of a trailer, reaction video and review from a group of guys that I'm just like, holy shit, like, it's interesting to me, like, the whole kind of Star Wars cult that, I don't know, I don't understand what it is about Star Wars that has so many people just hypnotized and under its spell, and personally, but, I like the original trilogy because obviously it's my childhood, and I'm sure a lot of people, the same thing and whatever, and I don't know. I just wanted to roll camera and kind of just talk, instead of paying a shrink, to talk about it. Yeah. So I just wanted to roll camera, talk about it, see how it turned out. I'm not saying that this is any kind of decent quality video. I just wanted to roll camera and start talking about it and see what came out of my mouth. But long story short, I'll see it, but I'm not expecting much with this movie. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure. I don't imagine John Williams is doing the music for this movie. And is James Earl Jones still alive? I wonder who's going to voice Vader. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But obviously Vader's in this. To what extent, I don't know. But it's kind of, the one thing that is kind of cool is the people that are actually seen in episode 4. The people they got, like that woman, or that rebel woman or whatever, who stands around that table, or whatever the hell she is. You know who I'm talking about, the woman who's all dramatic and whatever. I mean, whoever was actually in episode 4, they got some people that actually look, well, she might be the only one, I don't know, but she's the only one I think I can recognize from the actual, first Star Wars movie. And, she actually looks quite a bit like that woman in episode 4, so that's kind of cool. And obviously there's a scene which most likely will take place at the end with, we're seeing them running between and around the, AT-ATs or whatever, and whatever and shit. And of course those look differently, so they could sell a whole new line of, I'm sure, Rogue One AT-ATs. They've got a different look or a different paint job on the side or whatever, because they can sell a whole new line of those toys, So I expect to see a review for Star Wars Rogue One, I would imagine in January at the latest from me. I just wanted to, since I haven't said anything about it, maybe some of you are wondering what my thoughts are on it as the release of the movie approaches. My thoughts are kind of like, at this point, like, I imagine they'll probably do something where maybe we'll see like Millennium Falcon fly by, or I'm sure they'll do some kind of thing where you'll see something from like New Hope in it or something. I don't know. Millennium Falcon will fly by. Hey, you almost hit that ship. Get out of my way. I was flying this way. But anyway, though, that's my just pointless, directionalist kind of rant. Just whatever, whatever the hell video, just thoughts on Rogue One at this point. Just kind of, to be honest, in closing, very disillusioned by so far what Disney's been doing with Star Wars. I felt that, as I've said before, Episode 7 was this just rehash, just money grab, rehash, remake, basically a remake of Episode 4, as I'm sure a lot of other people have probably said as well, and I agree with, and whatever, and just, thought it was just kind of mostly lame, It'd be a shame if every Star Wars movie from here on out was just crap, And it's kind of like superhero movies. Like, the more Star Wars they make, the more I'm kind of like, I mean, it was cool to just have like 6 movies, and it was such a nice package with the, a rise and fall and the redemption of a hero, and destruction of the Empire and the Emperor and everything, and it was all such a nice package. For me, there will only pretty much be 6 Star Wars movies. Yes, even Episode 1 was kind of a kind of a mediocre start to the saga, but whatever, it's still a start to some extent. But I guess we'll leave it at that. That's my whatever views or thoughts on Rogue One as it exists now, before about 5 weeks before release. So Feel free, as always, in the comments to let me know what your thoughts are on this particular topic. Are you excited about the movie? Are you not excited about the movie? Why? And why? Or why not? So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.